Welcome back to Christ Radio and Television, where your matter now we own. Inside Naija with Princess Naija Studio on top. So, welcome to the part 2 of the show. Now, when we come to this part 2, you know, as we do now, we bring you the big stories them inside the news. A lot there for the news today. From that way they happen for your side, where the Alaafin and the Ooni, they give out to each other fire. To the ones then where they do report, where they just say 1 out of 4 papas them not be the real papa of their children. And the class goes between US and Nigeria now on the new rules for you to apply for visa. But I get Kolawole on money inside the studio today. What we said now, go help us they put mouth inside the matter. Kolawole on money, good morning, sir. How go they go? All right, because of time, make we just jump enter the matters them. Now, make we first start to the update where they inside the news on the election, the by-election matters them. Police for inside Kano State don't come out now contact.
Hello, my country people of Naija. It don't take small where I say you. Maybe now one of the reasons why rumors in the spread say Gbab don't leave the media space. But you know what? Say no to fake news. Because I never get tired and I know they retire. I just change gears small and make we enjoy ourselves better. Before you don't listen to me and that voice they sweet you, the analysis they torture you. Now you go to watch me live on top Christ Radio and Television, where we go to break that news analysis well for you on top of this.
Ballot box, 163 ton printed ballot papers, plus even cash of 4,048,000 naira. This now waiting the commissioner of police for inside Kano come out, come talk, say then see from the talks. This is just the one in Kano. We never talked the one of the other states. Waiting this thing really mean for Nigeria.
What it means is that third-grade situation see they exist in our election matter, and it means say politicians still get boys within they use. We've been they discussed this election yesterday. I tell you, see, the pattern never changed, the approach never changed. We still get some of these guys that they are mobilizing. For instance, Kano State, now one of the states where then they torment people, residents now on top of phone snatching. You understand? When there is no election activities, you see most of these talks shifting to the street, snatching phones, killing many innocent people in the process. Now, because of this kind of situation, because they consider some of these activities at this time where they could get something from their people, I mean the politicians. And the moment election activities no day for time, then go look for 1 or 2 things to also do. It's unfortunate. And now one of the reasons why we've been they say, okay, these people now, we've heard about the announcement of their say, okay, they don't already arrest them. It go hard for us to hear the announcement say they don't prosecute them and then get almost larger part of them where they eventually convict. Then go tell you, say, okay, at a point they were even contemplating, say, okay, can we leave the prosecution aspect of electoral matter away from INEC? May INEC know they prosecute. If police won't do prosecution, at a point they were even recommending, can we get another agency or commission where go they do prosecution alone? In all these things, it still bounce back to what will be discussed here yesterday. It's not by number of agencies. It's not by number of who is giving a role to play. But it's by how efficient our laws are. How genuinely are we ready to say we want to implement these laws? If they continue now to say, okay, these over 300 people with them, okay, we the one deal with them, they may receive call from a big man and they will say, okay, free these guys. At that point, you will not hear update from police again. We will not hear more. So when there's no consequence to every single action or inaction you are taking, then we will repeat most of these activities almost every time. Because it's part of waiting that they used to do electoral malpractice. And Kano is one of those key states where we always see this kind of situation. Remember waiting be happen in Dogo at that time. Oh, they kill, they no kill, allegations here and there. At a point, they even suspended the inauguration of Dogwa into the National Assembly. But eventually, he got it. And nothing happened till today. They could not be able to find out who did the killing. The people where they killed that time, what happened to them? Those ones don't become history. Nobody's talking about them again until we wait for another victims. So it don't make sense. It's unfortunate. But politicians are part of their political strategies to win election. The way they are moving from one place to another to say we want to do a election campaign, the same way they are mobilizing for plan B. And these guys, these talks are also part of their plan B. Oh, in case you know one waka well, may not go scatter it. I've been talking here yesterday. So they will now identify the strongholds of people where go fit defeat them or their opposition to say, okay, let us go and scatter things there. Even this stronghold we're talking about, they can also narrow it down to the domain where then they conduct this election, like the by-election will be they talk about right now. Oh, in this ward ABC, I know say I can never win there. Maybe I go scatter things there. Before they start this operation, they don't already feed them. Not ever, not amala, not pounded yam. They don't feed them drugs. At that point, they don't even, they are under the influence of drugs. They can do on they can kill, they can do whatever. And this is what they feed them with. And weapons. Sometimes then they display some of these weapons, they wonder. Sometimes when they're even doing political campaign, they get their special vehicle to display some of these weapons, following politicians. At that point, they will not deny them. But at this point now, when they don't already arrest them, nobody will talk, say, now me, then they work for. No, they can only go and rescue them silently, secretly, and they will still come back later.
Okay, now, but if we dey look this one, this is what happened in by-elections. So what do this thing mean for 2027? Does it now show, say, we are really not ready? Say 2027, don't they look like, say, it go still red?
That's what we dey always predict. Say, oh, it go dey bloody, it go do this, it go do that. In fact, politicians, they always also want to create that impression, to create that fear. And it's one of the factors where they contribute to voter apathy. Because if they kill only one person when they are conducting election, you know, say, you don't send a million of people say, I beg, may I just do away from this election. Because they no go feel recover your life when they don't already kill you, because you know life no get duplicate. That is what it means. And if you check the record of our voting record statistics, go know say the number they always reduce day by day. If you check it between 1999 and the situation right now, because fear there for people mind. To now say, okay, if you ask politicians, what you go take manage this kind of situation, they say they will militarize the electoral process. Yes, with security agencies. Now, the presence of these people too again is a fear to many people. Say, it be like say situation go tight, it go red here today. May I just respect myself? So when you see this kind of situation, it's not aligning with the democratic principles, because the condition of say, okay, we want to practice democracy, it means say you must get people involved. So in a situation whereby maybe less than 10 million people are now deciding who will be our leaders for 4 years out of over 200 million people, we need to check it. For instance, presidential election the last year, and the last time when we conducted, Tinubu got over 8 million. Atiku got over 6 million. And Obi got over 6 million. I think Konkoso too, because of probably Kano factor too, it got around 1 million. Do you understand? So if you check these figures now, you go know say it just averagely, it no reach 25 million of Nigeria, because other political parties, their votes, their number are inconsequential. All of them all joined together, no reach 1 million, no even reach 500,000. So if you now check the figure compared to the number of people who govern, it's not democratic. And whatever they have this impression, say regardless, even if 10 people enter the polling unit, go cast their vote, then go see count time. If I can be able to get 6 out of it, I don't win. So this is their target. I don't really mean well for the system of government where we talk say with the practice, because they talk say now for the people, by the people, and you need to get people involved at all the stages of this process. If you are not getting them involved, it means saying that a few number of people now they decide how the fate of Nigeria go there.
Okay, but INEC now don't come out say in 7 hours where they announce, start continuous voter registration. So they don't get, I think, 69 plus over 60 free registrations them for the PVC. What you say that does it mean say Nigerians make up their mind, say they really won't get their PVCs and go vote, or they get out so that they will get another means of identification?
Yeah, this means of identification is part of it. Because many Nigerians, they need something to use to identify them. Some of them don't get driver's license. If it is not national ID card, and you can easily get election card, PVC, the permanent one, than getting permanent national ID card. As I'm talking to you now, I don't have one. And I remember how many years ago that I've done the they gave me the slip. So this is a factor to say, okay, they know saying an election we always celebrate, glorify now, and we like to quickly do whatever that has to do with election, even in the court of law, or what have you. So if that's not the case, many of them are applying to get something to identify themselves. Now, we don't talk this thing tired. This voters registration, if they really mean now when the way it's supposed to be. Now, people will just enter the age of 18 between 2023 and now. We should be preaching voters registration as you speak right now. We know, say, you know, if you post the card on top of person, somebody for don't change because the behavioral change, it takes time and stuff. Somebody for don't change, making another decision. Say, I don't talk, say I know they vote again, but this time around, I won't vote. Because of who? Because of this. Because of what? Because of this political party. They might have decided they want to vote. But the number should be minimal for the older guys. We expect more younger ones to be the one to say, okay, we want to do this. And we are not expecting them to say, okay, because of, say, I want something, a means of identification. We want them to have intention, say they want to really go and cast their vote and exercise their civic responsibility. But for how many of those people that are going for this registration now will go out that particular day? The good thing about this new registration now be saying, like I said, they don't give condition of how you go fit change your location. Don't be where you connect.
You go need to vote.
You go need to vote and by fire by force. This time around now, INEC done the work thing will be saying maybe before you can easily say, okay, you want to go travel to another place. You can apply. I mean, they see one video about it yesterday of how you go need to change your location easily like that. I've not taken my time to go through it.
Okay, so this one will be say if now for Abuja you register, you have to come to Abuja to vote.
I've not really gone through
they won't find way now to make sure say even if you register for Abuja but you dey Kano, you fit use your card to take vote for Kano.
I'm not too sure for now because until when I go through that video to know whether it has to be interstate. You understand?
Yes.
It may be from one ward to another. It may be from one local government to another. Or if it is interstate from one state to another, that's a good development. Because many Nigerians too are not voting because of this factor. So it should every single reason means where INEC will need to deploy to make sure that people vote if for no bad. Then again, the idea of voting only one single day in the country, they're supposed to discourage it. Because we have a number of essential workers that are not having chance to vote on that particular day.
But it's a Saturday.
Yes, it's a Saturday because they will be monitoring activities of election. They are engaging in one thing to another. For instance, on the election day now, you will be in this studio to be doing your work.
True.
So if there's a room for, okay, a week period for election, pre-election time, that some of these essential workers can be able to vote, since we don't have electronic voting for now, then they should be able to go prior to that particular due day, where it will be the final day to cast their vote. Because whether we like it or not, we are depriving them their civic responsibility. Because it's a must for them to go and do the work that particular day. For instance, all the INEC workers, why must they not vote? Are they not Nigerians? They are Nigerians. But because they will need to deploy them on that particular day, they deprive them. If you count their number nationwide, it's something. We have a number of people like that. There is not that it's against their wish. It's just because of the nature of what they are doing. So we need to get people involved because it's not because of, say, whether they vote or not, they're not going to declare winner, they go declare. But when we say this is what we want to practice, And this is not the principle of how they practice am. Then, wherever we are borrowing the style, we should borrow it in totality.
Okay.
Where this style came from, they know they do election in only one single day. So that's just the situation.
All right, you still on top Christ said radio and television. My name na Princess Kolawole Ooni is still there here. Jumping quickly to the next matter, make we go to the southwest, where the Alaafin of Oyo and the Ooni of Ife is not a small fire between the two, both of them. Now, for the matter what happened, they say the Ooni of Ife, one businessman, one Dotun Sanusi, bless they do this local social media networking platform, so they come they launch and then I did your Nikon stand up say, oh, this man, a businessman, they try, we they see the good things the way they do to the Yoruba land, they see your contribution. So because of that, now he give a chieftaincy title. But yesterday will be Monday, now in the Alaafin, true in talk person stand up and say, Kai, Ooni don't overshoot in hand. What you do, so you don't have the right and authority to do it. Say na me, even according to the Supreme Court, say na me, Alaafin, now only me get the power, the authority, the rest to give chieftaincy title to anybody. And now I tell you, 48 hours now I give you, collect back that title, or else you go collect. What do you think about this? Is it such a big deal?
Yeah, the situation between Ooni and Alaafin no be today. Na power talk, if you understand. It's not because of the current Alaafin of Oyo and the current Ooni of Ife. It's historical. The drama no be today. The drama of who big pass another person.
But who big pass actually?
I will explain.
Okay.
Who big pass, if you want to talk about historically, spiritually, and ancestrally, I go talk say na Ooni of Ife. Na big pass Alaafin of Oyo. Here is the reason. The entire Yoruba people have this belief, say all of us na pikin of Oduduwa. You understand?
Yeah.
And Oduduwa been settled for Ife, Ile-Ife. You understand? Now there, you can't dey born pikin. Plenty of the pikin, you can't dey send them. You go to Oyo, you go to this, you go to that.
Yes.
So they have this belief, say all the people will be our king in Yoruba land. They are source. Ile-Ife. That is why they call am the source. You understand? Because they believe, they have that belief. That's why I say spiritually and ancestrally, they have that belief. Say, now there, them being come from. You understand? Now, by virtue of this history now, you go on want to presume, say, oh, Ile-Ife is supposed to be bigger than that of Oyo. Because the Alaafin still believe, say, na pikin of Oduduwa. Na him be. But they cannot really trace the history to say, okay, whoever is succeeding Ooni na pikin of Oduduwa. You understand?
Okay.
Because the direct pikin, now say the biological pikin of Oduduwa, now then spread the entire Yoruba land, where they call the go the pikin, the thing there, here and there.
Yes.
You understand? But the Ooni have this impression, say, if I'm sitting on that throne, I'm sitting as a representative of Oduduwa, of my papa. You understand?
Okay.
So historically, spiritually, ancestrally, we have that belief. Say, oh, the original source, the original inhabitant or source of Yoruba people, they are from Ile-Ife. Now, politically, militarily, and every other thing that has to do with power, constitutionally, Alaafin be passed Ooni of Ife. You understand? Both of them are first class Oba.
Yes.
You understand? It's just like history now, political wise, in the north too, between Emir of Kano and that of Sultan of Sokoto, they have this belief, say the Sultan may be past that of Emir of Kano. That is the same reality over there. Because when them they do the monarchy system of government, the history recognized Alaafin of Oyo as the source, as the headquarter of Yoruba land. You understand? So anything that has to do with politics, sharing method, fiscal policy, how they take spend money, whatever the case that time.
Na Alaafin dey recognized.
Now they in charge. So it was so easier for Supreme Court to recognize Alaafin ahead of that of Ooni of Ife. You understand? Maybe that was the reason why he referenced that particular ruling where we talk say Supreme Court don't talk say now he get the power. Now that's the reality of the power tussle between them. So if we want to talk about spiritually, waiting be this, waiting be that, we talk about Ile-Ife. But if you want to talk about the political power, you refer back to Alaafin of Oyo. That's just the reality. It's now left for them to be able to solve this amicably, for them to respect each other, and for them to remember, say, regardless of whatever the drama between them, they are still from the same source. The same message you have been preaching to the emirs in Kano State. You understand? Because most of them, both of them are cousins here and there. And whether we like it or not, you can't talk about Alaafin and you forget about Ooni. And you can't talk about Ooni and you say Alaafin should go sit down.
Okay, so inside this matter now, what are we expecting? Because Alaafin don't give am 48 hours, and you can't even preach just like they talk. The unity and peace of Yoruba land, everything is all right, but meetings they done in the right way. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm not privy to that Supreme Court ruling anyway. But if for him to have quoted Supreme Court ruling in his statement, official statement, let us assume and presume, say, okay, true, there was existing Supreme Court ruling where gave the Alaafin that particular role. It's now left for them to be able, probably, if you want to do that, you now step up. Many of these things are being abused. If truly there was a ruling, existing ruling, wait up say na only Alaafin must give title to anybody. Even in Kano here, the Yoruba guys that are okay, the district, then they give title. In many other locations, the Obas, the kings, they've been giving title. You understand? So that is what I'm saying. Is more of long time beefing than even the title itself. It's power tussle. So it now depends on how they can be able to manage it amicably, and the elders in the southwest to be able to solve this thing. I mean the chieftaincy elders to be able to solve this thing amicably. But whether we like it or not, political wise, Alaafin of Oyo, na be the Baba.
Hi. Anyway.
And the consequence when we talk, you know, define now whether the spiritual consequence or the legal consequence or whatever. You understand? So we'll be waiting to now see how they want to solve this matter. It may be dramatic, or they may be able to solve it amicably.
But we no go expect make it be like wetin dey go on now for Kano sha.
Now, nobody can dethrone each other now. Historically, everybody there on their own.
Yeah.
So we don't really know the consequences if they talk about.
But will it get the Southwest divided? Will it make the Yoruba people now today divided begin to take sides, or they don't even care?
No, it depends. Yeah, it depends anyway. I mean, not say they don't really even care because issues they always there. At a point, some people will talk, say, oh, Yoruba people, they be exposed and they don't get that kind of things. No. I will remember the crisis between Modakeke and that of Ile-Ife too. It was so serious, so deadly at that point to an extent. Husband and wife may marry each other, they kill each other.
Because they belong one Modakeke, one
Ile-Ife. You understand? And the boundary between them, you can't really even identify. They don't mix with each other. Now, they go to take point say, here na Modakeke, here na Ile-Ife. For you will be stranger where they come. Nobody can really define it. You understand? But when the issue of drama between the two kings be happened that time, it got to a stage that the kind of supernatural power where they even use for each other, the whole near to even travel to Lagos to go get some talk, to even come and invade. And if you see the Modakeke, it's just like you are talking of Sabongeri and you are talking about the entire state. Say Sabongeri, they pay the entire Kano state. That is how small the Modakeke, but the supernatural power where they carry, where they share for each other. It was so dramatic that time. So we cannot really, we are not expecting that kind of situation to come back. We want peace to reign in Yoruba land. That is why we are saying, okay, they should be able to solve this thing amicably. If you talk say consequence, if no one really agree for each other, we will prefer for him to further the case, probably to the court of law to say, okay, legal interpretation on how they want to solve this matter, or to say, okay, this na context. Oh, Supreme Court don't talk about. Oh, he don't agree. I knew about this court case, and he can't violate them. So the next thing is for you to go and update the court. Say you are charging the Ooni for contempt. You understand? If they cannot be able to solve it
amicably.
All right. You don't hear them if they don't fit solve them amicably. May they carry the matter enter for court of law. But for now, our fingers they crossed. We for Christ said, yeah, we go see the follow them as they be, and we will bring you the update. Now, moving to issue of paternity fraud, a bit paternity scam. Oh, you marry, and then the next thing, you can't dey look, I say this pikin not resemble me. Oh, I don't dey hear say women now they carry pikin will not be our own, say they give us. So the father will now go and do a DNA test. And now reports don't come out. Now one smart DNA, now for Lagos. The reports still come out last year. Now reports again don't come out this year. Say if you carry 100%, 25% of it, you divide it into for 1/4 of tests where they do. They show say most fathers not be the biological, the original papa of their children. How does this mean for Nigeria?
Now go ask. If you ask me,
What is going
let I tell you
on?
about who made this money. If you ask me, please,
Now,
now I go ask.
are you gonna answer this question? What does this mean? Because they break the thing down and I just say wow, wow, wow. I don't even know what to say.
Yes, morally, you know, speak well of us anyway.
What is going on?
It's part of the moral decadence we been they talk about. It's part of the trust we know to the inside relationship again. It's part of okay desperation. You understand? A part of that particular report been they talk about most of these affected children are
Boy
first
child,
born.
yes. First child.
First child, you
True.
understand?
Yes.
First child the first time, then male child
Children,
the second
yes.
time. So many factors are involved, and I will break them down. That first child, mostly, maybe when women discover say, oh, I don't get belly,
Go hang out
and I
as
don't
well.
like the face of this person will give me the belly. I want a rice tutor to be my future husband or to be my husband. You understand? They manipulate the process. No even update the boss about the belly wey they get for am, so
They
that no
don't
go
move.
come dey lay claim in future say give me my pikin. So that kind of factor fit affect am if they discover. So by implication of that one, you know say the moment wey she don already secure that relationship, she don get her husband, subsequent children will be
To the
for the
husband.
husband.
Yes.
It may be one of those reasons. You understand? It has to do with desperation. Meaning say person wey you no even know, you know say you no wan settle down with am, you follow am, you go play with am, e turn belle, you come discover. Can you imagine? It may be so many factors. It may be oh, this one wey no fit feed himself, I want to feed me and pikin. It may be oh, can you imagine? Where how I go dey comot dey tell people say na my husband be this. So many
Wow.
things fit cause am. They now go, who is around? Who I think say if you do this thing, before you know it, they run am for like 2-3 weeks. Oh, I don't get belle. You understand? And the person go dey buy diapers for years here and that. So many things may now lead to the discovery of that kind of situation. And biologically, science go tell you say even some children wey resemble their papa or resemble their wuditi, e no mean say you be pikin of your father wey dem talk say na him be your father, because na person wey woman dey close to when you get the belle and stuff. That one na science anyway.
Yes.
E go still resemble. So e no mean say they say this one na carbon copy. You no need no need of wasting money on DNA, this and that. They say even DNA fit still prove am say I beg. Na bastard na be
But
the
again, we be Nigerians, you understand? And I don't know, I grew up to hear, and even till I see they hear am say, as long as they born that pikin for your house, now your pikin. So what can they cause this new, craze or this new desire? Say, I won't go do DNA, I won't go do DNA. Why? Why are you going to do DNA? The pikin is your pikin.
So it not be your pikin when it is not your pikin.
So as you can't find out now, is it no more dangerous?
They lead to the discovery. You understand? Maybe in the course of say medical test, or they won't do something and stuff. Maybe discovery. The spouse or the husband may discover later say, oh, maybe the waka of the wife, to waka well. You understand? Or maybe they gist you say, oh, now all this crooked movement, now I notice. So all those kind of things, they need to, okay, let me even confirm whether genuinely now maybe the papa of this person. So many stories where we don't see. I don't see person will come we could go to church, we will go confess, say, among all the pikin, you get one particular one. Sir, no be you get am. You understand? No be say dem do anything. Now own she feel like say her conscience no really carry am again. You understand? Say her conscience no carry am again. Say no be you get am o. Na this person get am. And na when I dey look for job, wey promise me job, na he sleep with me wey the thing turn to belle, and I no gree comot am. This child wey I bin dey tell you, he don grow well well. At that time, the guy was seeking for admission into university. When the woman say, my conscience no gree carry am again, I wan confess. So many factors fit lead to this kind of situation. Some of these factors no be woman sef even want am. E just accidentally or something just happen like that. And you know say, oh, your husband fit blame you the way it take happen and stuff. You go just calm down, you forget about am. You allow them to cohabit together, you allow them to be trained together, and some again, out of desperation. For instance, dem talk am inside to say male even plenty pass.
Yes, because they find male children.
Some people they find male children. They believe say, okay,
continue their
maybe
lineage.
na my husband no fit produce am, may I go somewhere else. This one fit cause am. Even environmental pressure too fit cause am. Say, oh, can you imagine? You don stay for this house for how many years? You no get pikin. You go see family pressure here and there. Comot am for house. We no go gree, and dem no know say na their pikin get problem. The moment wey a woman discover say na husband get the problem, if you no even share am with am, go just go outside and dem go celebrate, go do testimony together. Say God don do am for us. So many factors dey cause this. E just we know say there's no single one of it wey the woman no get hand in it. I know everything. Na the reason why dem talk say for Africa, no, in fact for every part of the world, if you wan know the real father of a pikin, na the mother na you go ask.
My God, he really dey unfortunate. Honestly, this matter weak me. Especially as a woman, I don't even know wetin to talk because you don't know whether it's not be something you suppose justify. You get wetin dey wrong. But again, I just can't wonder. So wetin be the way forward in this kind of situations now?
It's just
keep getting reports.
No, the point is, if we still have most of those impressions, say for instance, okay, oh, my pikin never, he don't marry, never born. You understand? Even the scripture no talk say na must. They must get a child for each other. It's in a partners, na dem be. But for this part of the world, we know they won't agree. Before you know it now, in fact, I know a particular parent wey talk say he no go give him children blessing, especially the male, if he no see the belle of their wife say don dey show face like this. You understand?
Yes.
Say he no go gree. Say make dem marry each other. Say because many of them they don already born finish before they wan do the reborn. By say okay, they don comot belle tire. You understand? Yes. And you go come dey go enter fasting and prayer for them when there's no womb again to even use to give them.
That one na his son be the problem.
So for instance now, the person no talk say I go lock up my son's thing so that he too no go dey commit injury outside for person. He no talk that one. So many factors dey make women to collect. You understand? Yes. The reason then they do some of these things. For instance, even person wey decide say, I no go give my pikin for this person, I no wan marry am for life. It may be because of the experience of wetin they see around them. Say, oh, poverty wan wunjure a particular husband and wife, and he know say their fight wey dem dey always fight each other every day. Now because of maybe today you no get money to buy milk, you no get money to buy diapers, all those kind of things, they cause am. You can't see am from your side say, hey. Hope no be say wetin dey happen to Baba Sikira and Mama Sikira, na it go happen to me if I go carry this pikin, go give this person, we go run, go other way. So it's just for us to turn a new leaf. It's just for us to believe, okay, if you no need them, no test am. You know, say this person, you no wan even do anything with am. No even attempt am say you wan test am how it be. You understand? Because some of these things, e no really speak well when we talk about the moral aspect of our way of life. It dey reduce day by day. It gets some community before now. They be saying an abomination for them to do this kind of thing.
Yes.
It get immediate consequence.
Oh, yes.
But everything now don't they change that people don't even get fear of God again. Even their conscience, it don't die. Stay with them no gree. They're not concerned them. For instance, the woman where I be telling you say, nah, she on her home. Talk say this thing don't worry me for years.
I don't agree again. That one, in conscience, still they work. You get some people, even 3 out of 4, no be the right person, nine, he deal with, and they don't care, they are okay. They are just doing their normal way of life. So it means that the person no get conscience. Sometimes too, or bring it to, if they cause am, e get some pikin too where you go train repeatedly tire, even pass others too, dem go still do wetin dem wan do on their own. It's just for us to be able to at least improve on our way of life to make sure say okay we do the right thing. I dey always tell people say if you can be able to satisfy your conscience, you no need to carry any scripture put for head or religion put for head o, because any wrong thing wey you wan do, no be pastor go first tell you, no be imam o, na your conscience na go first tell you say this thing na bad thing. But the moment you continue go ahead, you go reach a certain level wey the conscience no go gree talk again. You say this one, abeg leave am, whether I talk now or not, e go still do wetin e wan do. If you don reach that certain that stage, you know say e get as e be.
If you don't reach that stage, you know, say get as e be. Soup where you know go chop, abeg, you know, even smell am. Now, make we enter for inside some politics. United States of America, their embassy don't come out now, come talk say, for Nigerians, they will want apply for visa to go to US. Say they must show 5 years social media history. Your username, you know, the name where they use, if na number, like your activity share in the last 5 years for all any social media platform where you did inside. I say if you even refuse to do that one, the use until reject you for visa. And the thing I know they cause different reactions. You know, some they look and say get as be even our own government don't come account of saying they said they will do revenge. Say to be a case of do me, I do you. And if you tell us oh my woman will go do unto your people and so on and so forth. Is it a big deal?
It is. And it is unfortunate, say, all these kind of, say, oh, you do past me, I did inferior than you do, is they come to play. And sincerely speaking, I'm not going to blame any country where they put some of these measures. And they blame our operations here. What is causing this desperation? What is causing the reason why many of our people do desperate? Instead, you don't ever go to any religious body, organization, or worship center to see how people dey pray on top of say how many foreigners dey pray say they need visa to enter Nigeria. Instead, we will even make some other provision visa on arrival as they come collect am. You understand? So in every move wey we bin dey make, we dey show that inferiority compared to the way the situation dey over there. And there's no any other factor. The number, the figure, oh, I didn't think of this angle. I would have helped myself to check the number of figures of people that are leaving this country to some of these advanced countries yearly. When you see that kind of figure, and you know that it's not that, oh, this guy is a big man like Dangote who won't come invest in my country. Instead, he won't come complicate issues for my country. They look for every means to make sure, say, they reduce the influx of Nigerians and Africans and many other developing continents from entering their country. It's unfortunate. And let me tell you, Princess, they are just making it formal for the first time.
Yes.
They've been doing this job by themselves before now.
Ha!
If you submit your details, they will go and check some of these things
Post
on
and
the
everything.
net
Yes.
before now. You understand? And they will not even give you reason. Oh, maybe it's because of so that we saw the reason why we are denying you this visa. They've been doing the job on their own. Maybe they want to simplify the process now.
Yes.
Now this is why it's okay. Bring it for us by yourself. But the unfortunate part of it is that are we supposed to be desperate to an extent that this kind of situation will be on us? If you say do me, I do you, sincerely speaking, they don't go feel am. Doesn't change anything to them. In fact, the officials, when you say make them scrutinize this thing, they will just come and submit as record,
Yes.
even if they say it's a must. They have this impression, say even the system is so weak that even if they are not submitting it, a single minute phone call will make these people compromise and they will still have their way. Oh, now investor, we need them in our country. I better let them come. Oh, if they not submit their social media, all this kind of condition will follow our own. But in their own case, the moment when they talk, say this now part of the routine This is not part of the requirement. In fact, if they forget to even ask, our people don't file everything in detail. Go show them. Just because of, say, we feel desperate to leave this country. So I will rather encourage our leaders to fix the system in this country, to encourage more Nigerians to stay, than to say, okay, we won't go to the fly muscle with these guys. They will bring another one tomorrow. Now we go tired. Now people where they desperate to go, now then go they hear them. And the leaders go still have their way because they have influence. How many of well-to-do Nigerians will be say everything set for them in this country? You see they stay for that country. They're not staying. Because they know the kind of enjoyment when they, the way they oppress people here, everybody, they are treating them equal to the standard over there than here. You see them moving from one train to another, carrying their bag, doing all sorts of things. Do you see them carrying bags here? Everybody is being treated equal over there. So they only go there to do visitation to enjoy themselves and return. To come and be oppressing here, to come and be enjoying themselves here. So many taxes that they have to pay on top of the work where they do, they no fit over there. Here, they effect some of those taxes. Here, you break all sorts of laws that they don't burn you over there. So these are the kind of things. Now people where they struggle to cope. Some people will go to annex it. People will go sell family land, not a plot of land. Because in the name of say, I want to travel go Obodo. That is why they are restricting all this, putting all these restricting measures every day. It's just for them to be able to reduce the number of people that are going. It's not democratic anyway. If you want to check it, for instance, we've been kicking against social media law in Nigeria. Most of these international bodies too, they join the muscle to kick against it.
Yes.
Say, why would they not allow people to speak and stuff like that? So, going to the social media is more of, oh, you want to go and check my space to know the kind of talk where they talk or whatever before you can grant me visa to visit your country. So many conditions. Last month we were discussing how they thought, okay, if you collect one visa now, you don't go use them for years. See another one this month. We don't know what's next month. If you reach a certain state that nobody will be able to even travel again except for special reason. The reason why our leaders need to fix our country and let people that are willing to stay and develop this country together, let them willingly stay. Not many of them, they are even well to do, but they are running away because of insecurity. Fix your system and all this desperation, you don't go too day there. Do you know the amount of naira we are committing to these people's economy because of this geopolity almost every month, every year? That we're supposed to use to develop our country, and we still go to them to go and borrow this money back with interest from them. Now from here it comes. Now from here parents they pay for school fees to go abroad, to go study. Now from here they carry person wey nowhere to go do medical tourism over there. In return, when they match all this money together, they say, oh, economy of our country is getting stronger. That of Africa is weak. Make we borrow our money. How many years now go to open? Automated money. It's either we don't get money to pay back, they give us a certain conditions so they one way, but they continue imposing policies on us. For how long are we going to live this kind of colonialism where we the practice right now, or where we still day under? We are not completely independent as it is. Since 1960, we should have everything by now.
Since 1960, we're supposed to have written plenty things by now. We don't shoot out our time, but we just still get one more thing to discuss before we come up for here. I really want to see most of you, and I see some of you where they watch us live for our YouTube, and then you watch us live for our Facebook. We appreciate you. Say it and Gbab, they enjoy the show. Remember, say you feel also drop your contributions for the comment section, and you feel spread the message to people out there at Christ Said Radio TV. Now we do on top all social media platforms. And for Inside Dial, our website, join us for radio, for TV, now www.christsaidradioandtv.com. And we get our number where you feel take talk to us for WhatsApp. You don't hear everything where they talk. Your mind they say make you for put mouth, make you for contribute inside. The number now 0906 0906 891 891 8345 8345. Again, 0906 891 8345. You feel take put your own contribution and your own suggestion and just enjoy with us on top of WhatsApp for that number. And even for the comment section of our videos, them where you for the watch us now, you feel also put your contribution, your suggestions, and everything what you want. Make we take on say you take follow us, steady, enjoy the show. But before we go, the Revenue Mobilization and Fiscal Commission RMAFC, na them they share any money we country get. They go share this one to federal, this one to state, this one to local, this one at the 13% derivation, 1% to FCT, 1% to ecological fund, and then other stuff them. Now, Punch newspaper come out and talk say the RMAFC they consider, so they don't they give some hints. Not but they give hint. Say they want to increase the salary of our public service holders, mostly like the presido and ministers. They say Presido Tinubu is collecting 1.5 million monthly, and the ministers are not even collecting up to 1 million as salary. Say this has been on for since 2008. No increase. So that they give some kind of say they need to relook their salary to fit meet to the current reality now. Then also this revenue sharing formula, they say no be today. Even right from the time of Jonathan to the time of Buhari, they don't they talk, say the way they share them. So the current sharing formula, government gets 52.6%, state governments get 26.7%, while local governments get 20.6%. Then 1% to Federal Capital Territory, to Ecological Fund, Natural Resources, and Stabilization Fund. Now waiting it be now. But people, even for this, I can say they don't they advocate say states should have more because responsibility don't be plenty for them. Federal government should reduce, and some other talk say none of them, both Buhari or Jonathan, they didn't do anything about it. RMAFC they say by the ending of this year they go don't get a new revenue sharing formula. Plus this issue of increasing the salary of our public office holders. With their explanation, do you think it makes sense?
It makes sense.
Oh, okay. Explain.
Yes, I totally agree with them. For instance, if you talk in as a
2008, yes, under Obasanjo, this is the last time.
Been doing last. If you want to check plus or minus now, in 2008 till this moment will be around 17 years ago.
Yes.
How much was dollar rate against naira then? How much was a liter of fuel then compared to the situation right now? Now, one of the reasons why we always talk say, if you want to fight corruption, check around. What do you do when you feel like, okay, even this thing they contribute to corrupt practices? This one are one of them. For instance, we've been talking about Presido's salary now.
Yes.
1.5 million.
Yes.
And that is 18 million naira in a year.
Yeah.
Let us be realistic. Is it enough for president to spend in a week?
Okay, now NLC come out and talk, say now just the salary then. Okay. Okay.
The salary. They don't talk about some other
allowances
and whatever. Regardless of whatever allowances here and there, we will check the reality. Spending low of our politicians. For instance, I've been seeing one headline yesterday. I think our Daily Trust been pushing the narrative saying the salary payment of 109 senators
go pay Daily Trust.
Pay over 4,000 professors.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Now, if you check it, in an ideal situation, you go talk say you know they fair. But if you want to check the context of how politics is being practiced in Nigeria, you go know say it's still not fair to politicians. And I will explain.
Okay.
For instance, a professor will only remain to be reading his book. Yes. Occasionally, even get allowance to go study more abroad and stuff like that. Moving from one university to another, whatever they pay into his account, he collects his salary, take care of his children. Every single month. But politicians, whatever you think you are paying them, is going back to the society. Now, the reason why one of them, I think Senator do maybe talk, say,
that's why they did.
We are chopping this, we are embarking in these fraudulent practices because of Nigerians. Because everywhere we go to,
we have to drop.
And that is the narrative. Sincerely speaking, if they stop dropping, Nigerians will stop insulting them. And the same Nigeria will say they are paying them jumbo pay. If they visit your village, you no drop, you are in trouble. You will not win another election. If they visit you, you lost maybe your grandfather, they can't greet you, they no drop, they will lose another election because you will badmouth them. So many things get wrong. Politicians supposed to be paid well, but with a condition that if you are paying them well, there will be a system to checkmate their low spending. They want to go and be paying them well now, but there's no system in place to say, okay, by this move that I want to make, if I hear picking, say you spend 1 naira anyhow, then you will end up in Kirikiri or Kuje. There's no system in place to say that. So, too dey fair to many Nigerians wey feel like, say, okay, they have this impression, say the moment you're a politician in Nigeria, you can easily change your lifestyle and you are now in money. And they are not hiding it. For instance, if somebody is a commissioner now, if they manage one Kurukere car before you know it don't turn out to G. Before you know it, they say he don't relocate from his house to another location, a bigger location in the state. So if you check some of this reality on ground, you go know, say, no be that money that this agency is talking about now. Now then they say, survive. It's just part of, okay, let us use to settle our people. Where their hides dey is not on the amount they want to pay them. If to say now only, we have a system that will be able to checkmate these people to make sure, say, now only the money when you pay them, and they go utilize, they no go fit could be 1 naira. In fact, 99% of the current politicians, you will not see them in that position. They will run away. But they find it so lucrative, that is why they will invest every single kobo they have, to an extent of even going to bank to go and use their property as collateral, to go and borrow money, to do politics, because they want return investment. So the system should be able to check all these things before they can say, okay, we want to add up to their salary.
Okay.
But if you are not checking checkmating how they spend, how they could be money here and there, and you're adding up to their salary, it's more of, okay, double blessing for them. You still give them room to go and chop whatever in their respective agencies or offices, and you are still now increasing their salaries.
Okay, so if everything dey normal, it not be bad idea.
It no be bad idea.
Actually need that. But if you really look everything and how the system be, NLC get a point by kicking against it.
Yes.
So it still boils down to fixing the system. If they fix the system, everything they work normally, it not be bad idea. But if not that, then we still do on top of Igiaga. And then for the issue of revenue sharing formula, just 30 seconds.
Yeah, on the sharing revenue formula, it's no bad if they really make the move, because we know, say, the equation not too balanced before. So they need to review how it's supposed to be right now. And part of the move where they won't make, even this taxation, they expose so many of those facts where they for grant on how they go they share VAT, all those stuff where this tax law.
We carry come, okay, the new one, yes.
So if they check the content of that one, you could know, say, they also need to do some torchlighting to make sure, say, they review the sharing formula.
All right, thank you so much, Kolawole. And we don't overshoot our time, but thank you so much, Mr. Kolawole Omoni, for stopping by.
Thank you.
Let's do this again tomorrow. And then for you, say they listen to us, little updates on top this Ooni and Alaafin matter. They say Moses Olafare, will be the talk person of Ooni of Ife, don't come out now. They say, hey, they will not dignify what he call undignifiable with official response. In a word, he said, my oga don't order me, say, make I not bring press release on the empty threats of the Alawada Babasala. I beg to disappoint you, gentlemen of the press. He said, we'll not be dignify the undignifiable with official response. We don't leave the matter, make their handle them for the public court of opinion. And it's already happening there. Which are the public court of opinion?
Meaning, say people go they choke mouth about them.
So many deliver for the hand of
public. Everybody say, na this one right, na this one wrong. In fact, both of them no right. In fact, both of them no wrong. You understand? That's what it go be, and before you know it, it go die. It's now left for waiting Alaafin go do about them. You understand? Because from this response now, it means say both of them no still agree. So the drama will still continue. So we are waiting to see how plenty of those drama go unfold, and now the same public opinion go fit judge them. If Alaafin no agree, the next thing I be talking now may go to court to say make court again come address this situation. They may file a case of, okay, content. See, court don't talk am before. Oh, they no respect them. They need to do something about that.
Okay, thank you so much, Kolawole, for your wonderful, wonderful input. And thank you to you, my wonderful, wonderful persons all the way from Abuja and from the rest part of Nigeria. Where follow us live on top of our Facebook and our YouTube at Christ Said Radio TV. Remember, say by 11 o'clock today, we will come again with the Young Lawyers Forum Garki branch. And today, the lawyer going to talk about your right to freedom of expression. And then, waiting be the part where we say you not fit do anyhow. 11 o'clock will be the time for that wonderful time. No miss Sam. Then 12 o'clock, we return again with sharp Tori. That now will bring you the small news them of hot gist where they happen inside Nigeria and the rest of the world. Just keep a date with us here on www.christsaidradioandtv.com. My name remains Princess Anyana. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you in the 11 o'clock hour.